Have you ever noticed something strange? Some of the smartest people you know, the ones with degrees, good jobs, stable salaries, are also the ones constantly worried about money. Not broke, but never really comfortable either. They earn well, they live in decent apartments, they drive reliable cars, they pay their bills on time. And yet, every month feels tight. By the time the next paycheck arrives, most of it already belongs to someone else. So the question is, how do intelligent, educated people end up financially stuck while doing everything right? Relatable scenario. Let's imagine someone fairly typical. A 28-year-old professional living in a large city in the US, UK, Germany, or Canada. They finish university, they work a stable job in marketing, tech, healthcare, or finance. Their salary sounds respectable, around $70,000 a year. But after taxes, healthcare, and retirement deductions, their monthly take-home pay might look closer to $4,200. At first glance, that seems comfortable. But then the payments start. Rent for a small apartment in a major city, $1,700. Car payment and insurance, $550. Student loan repayment, $420. Phone, internet, subscriptions, $120. Groceries and basic living costs, $500. Credit card minimum payments, $300. Before entertainment, travel, savings, or emergencies, almost $3,600 is already gone. And that leaves about $600 of breathing room for the entire month for someone earning what society calls a good salary. The hidden financial trap. But the real problem isn't the expenses themselves, it's the structure. Modern middle-class life is built around monthly payments, not ownership. A car isn't bought, it's financed. Education isn't paid, it's borrowed. Furniture isn't saved for, it's split into installments. Even phones now come with payment plans. The financial system quietly trains people to think in one unit. Can I afford the monthly payment? Not the total cost. Simple math example. Let's take a very normal purchase, a $38,000 car. The dealership offers a 6-year loan. Monthly payment about $620. That number feels manageable to someone earning a stable salary. But over those 72 months, the total paid becomes closer to $44,000 with interest. And here's the part people rarely calculate. 6 years later, the car might be worth $14,000. So the owner spent $44,000 to end up with an asset worth $14,000. The difference didn't disappear. It quietly drained out of future income. The psychological reason. This doesn't happen because people are irresponsible. It happens because of something very human. Our brains struggle to process long-term cumulative costs, but we're extremely sensitive to monthly comfort. A $600 payment feels small relative to a salary, but multiplied across multiple things, car payment $620, student loan $420, credit card minimums $300, furniture financing $90, phone plan $60. Now, suddenly, almost $1,500 every month is committed to past decisions, and most of those payments last for years. The result isn't poverty. It's something more subtle, permanent financial tension. The long-term impact. Let's stretch that timeline. Imagine someone maintains this lifestyle structure for 15 years. They refinance cars every few years, they upgrade apartments when income rises, they carry small but constant credit card balances. Nothing extreme, just normal middle-class living. Over that period, they might earn well over $1 million in salary, yet their savings remain small. Not because they wasted money, but because their income was already pre-assigned to payments. Every raise simply increased what they could finance. Perspective shift. Financially thoughtful people approach this differently. Not more aggressively, just more quietly. They don't ask, can I afford the payment? They ask, how much future freedom does this remove? A financed car isn't just transportation. It's 72 future paychecks partially spoken for. A large apartment lease isn't just housing, it's less flexibility if life changes. They still spend money, they still enjoy life, but they're extremely careful about locking future income into long contracts because payments behave like gravity. Once you collect enough of them, moving financially becomes very difficult. Closing thought. So when you see smart, educated professionals constantly feeling financially stretched, it's rarely about intelligence, and it's rarely about income. It's usually about something much simpler. A life built around manageable monthly payments instead of long-term ownership and flexibility. And over time, those small, manageable payments quietly decide where most of the money goes. Not today, but for years.